Welcome everyone. So in today's particular session, we will walk through how Intellicus can help the business users to create the dashboards in Intellicus, and that dashboards can help users in performing analytics in a single view using different reports. The duration of today's session is 90 minutes. We will have a question and answer session for 15 minutes. Attendees may write down their question and answer, which will be answered at the end of the session, or they can write their question and answers in the chat box so that our panelists can answer them. The agenda for today's session is Intellicus dashboards, how to create dashboard widgets in Intellicus, which can be used over dashboard, then linking a dashboard widget, how to design dashboards, how to add reports or widgets on the dashboard, then dashboard widget menu, widget linking, filtering data on the dashboard using the different parameters you use in the report, then some general dashboard settings. After that, we have a walkthrough of file upload utility as well, along with the Intellicus dashboards. And in the last, we have question and answer session. So first we will talk about what are dashboards. So dashboard displays the business information which is arranged on a single screen so that it can be viewed and monitored at a single glance. With Intellicus, the user can achieve granular, parameter-driven, and personalized insights of their data. Our Intellicus dashboards help users to visualize real-time business data as well and monitor the overall performance or business decisions in a single view. The user can drill up or drill down into critical business KPIs to identify and highlight areas for improvement derived from the multiple data sources. As we have support of multiple reports in Intellicus, HSV, Smart, or Studio and ad hoc, so we can take all that reports in a single dashboard and do the analytics on the fly. Our user can design, edit, and save the dashboard if that particular user has the permission to access the dashboard. So as other entities are governed by the access rights, these dashboards in Intellicus will also govern through the access rights. Any user who has read or execute access rights can view the dashboards, and these access rights on the dashboards are provided by the super admin or the super administrator. We can view the Intellicus dashboards in the two modes. One is edit and another is view, which we will discuss in the subsequent sessions in the more detail. Now, in this particular image, you can view a dashboard at a single glance. That in a particular dashboard, we have taken 4 different reports. The first report is the smart report, which is having map control. The second report is also a smart report, which is having chart with the multiple different controls. Then we have HSV report with the tree map chart and another HSV report with the counter chart. So you can see a user can do the analysis of a USA obesity data, that okay, in the which region what average adult obesity is, so that we can do the analysis using the map control of a smart report. Then we can see the trend of the space trend with the state-wise obesity in the terms of percentage, so that we can analyze in the single widget. Then we have different US regions state-wise and average adult obesity in the terms of the counter chart. So by this, we will able to see or do the analysis of all the accepts in a single glance through a single view. So that is the power of BI and dashboards in Intellicus, that the data is coming from the different data sources, just like analytical object or dynamic query objects, because smart report is based on query objects, and HSV is based on analytical objects. But we can do the analytics at a glance from the multiple data sources. Now, how to create dashboard widgets? So with Intellicus, we can create interactive dashboards for the monitoring or business decisions. And on the dashboard, we can directly drag and drop the reports. We can create web links. We can create placeholder, or we can design the saved widget as well. So we will give a walkthrough of that in detail. And the super admin can design the dashboards and for the private use, or they can make available their dashboards for the end users as well. So end user can make only the use of pre-designed dashboards for their, I will give you a walkthrough for creating the different placeholders in the dashboard. So for designing a dashboard, we go to this design option under which we have dashboard designer. Once we navigate to dashboard designer, so here we have three placeholder option. First is rich text editor. So on the dashboard, if a user want to write any message or any information and you want that message to be loud on your dashboard, so you can do the formatting. User can change the font size, increase the size, and save this. So it is kind of a user created widget. So if any kind of information a particular designer wants to get displayed on the dashboard, we can use the rich text editor and it will be displayed on your dashboard. Then the second placeholder we have in place, that is slideshow placeholder. So in this slideshow placeholder, we can drag and drop multiple reports. Once a user will drag and drop multiple reports in this, for example, I am dragging this report here. So for example, if I am drag and drop this category here, so all the reports under this category will get displayed inside this widget and it will convert it into a slideshow placeholder. So all the reports present inside this category will become a part of this slideshow placeholder widget, and a slideshow placeholder will work as a slideshow placeholder. So you can see that if a user change the slides, we can view the multiple reports here. Now the third placeholder is external URL. So in this particular placeholder, a user can give any URL and that URL maybe get displayed inside the widget. For example, if I'm giving the URL of Intellicus, so I'm saving it. So the external, whenever I will reload this dashboard, so the external URL will get open inside this widget. So user can create the multiple placeholder according to its requirement. Now we have all the settings of this placeholder. If you want to maximize this, you can maximize it. If you want to restore, if you want to do the settings of this particular widget, so you can go on the setting and change the text, insert the image, insert the table. All the operation of a rich text editor a user can perform. After that, under the slideshow placeholder, we have the settings of slideshow placeholder. We can set the auto rotation, that after how many seconds the slides in the reports or the reports can be slide automatically. So we can set the auto rotation time here. Then we have edit slideshow as well, because a user might need to enter or add more categories into the slideshow placeholder, or a user can remove the particular category and add the another category. Apart from that, in the external, also we have the setting in which you can set the auto refresh checkbox. Or if you set the this checkbox, so the URL will get refreshed automatically, and we can set the duration as well. So these are the three placeholders available in the dashboards. Now, a user can also drag and drop and create the report as a widget. For example, if we have a report named as smart report, and if I will drag and drop this report here, so automatically the widget of this report gets created into the Intellicus repository, and the auto widget will work in that case. So a user can create a dashboard widget automatically by dragging and dropping the report, or they can predefine that as well, that we can discuss in the later time. But a user can just drag and drop a report, and the automatically the widgets will get created. So in this way, we can create a dashboard with the reports, web links, placeholders, and the save widgets as well. Now we can also do the linking of a widgets in a dashboard. So multiple widgets can be placed on the dashboard, and a user can link items in one widget to another widget. So when a user will click a cross tab or a chart in a particular widget, so the link widget data will get refreshed automatically. But the criteria for doing is that we need to perform a certain linking into the widgets. So how we need to do that linking? Before that, we need to understand that how a user can define a or design a predefined widget in Intellicus. So for designing a predefined or dashboard widget in Intellicus, a user need to navigate to design, under which we have a dashboard widget. Once we move to the dashboard widget section, there is an option just like real time or pre-generated. So real time means whenever you create a report and use it as a real time widget, so as soon as the dashboard get loaded in the Intellicus, the report will execute in background. But if we will select this pre-generated option, in that case, we can use the published output of report. So that is the two type of widgets we can create. One is real time and another is pre-generated. So in real time widget, we will select a report, just like a smart report. And then we can set the properties of a widget, that by default in which format I want widget to get render on the dashboard, which control, because if we have a multiple controls in a report, for example, in a smart report, I have chart, matrix, map, but I want only chart to get displayed on my dashboard because I don't want all other controls. So I can govern the control as well in the widget, because I'm creating a widget to get displayed on the dashboard, which comprise of my smart report. Now user can also govern the toolbar visibility as well. The ad hoc toolbar user want to get displayed, the viewer toolbar, then the parameter toolbar as well. You want to get displayed it on the widget or not. And same, we can also set the refresh interval times as well, or the interval for which this auto refresh will work. So we can also enable or disable auto refresh if you do not want any widget to enable, means refresh automatically. So we can set it to no. And if a user wish to auto refresh this widget, so they can set yes and then mention the intervals in minutes or seconds. Now, whenever a user click on this link widget option, so under this link option, we will get the option to link the widget. So for example, if I am linking this grid 0 channel to the particular widget, so whenever I click on the channel column in my grid in smart report, so the adjacent widget which I have already created, that will get automatically refreshed. So in this particular widget, I have applied a widget linking. So whenever I will take this particular widget on a dashboard and click on the grid under the column channel any value, so the adjacent widget which I have taken on the dashboard, which is named at widget smart 2, will get automatically refreshed. So after performing this setting, I will navigate to the dashboard designer. Now a user can drag and drop the widget on which I have applied the linking, and then the widget which will linked. So you can see when a user click on this mail sales, so automatically this widget get refreshed, and I will get the data according to this channel in this particular widget as well. Let me change the values as well. So you can see that now when a user click on the direct sales, so in this particular widget, a user can see the data of channel mail sales is getting displayed. But as soon as I click on this direct sales, automatically this widget get refreshed, and the end user will able to see the value of direct sales only. So in this way, we can perform widget linking in Intellicus with the different controls. So a user can link chart, map, and grid. So all the three controls available in a smart report or ad hoc report can be linked. So there are steps to link this widget, that is create a report containing the chart or grid, and then go to the widget properties to link the widget, click on the button, then we can select the value we want to link, and then save the dashboard and save the widget and open the dashboard and take that widget over the dashboard to view the output. Now moving towards the designing a dashboard. So dashboard widget is designed on the widget designer page. A user can also open and update a previously designed dashboard. And as a part of dashboard designing, we can create the report or a web link in the widget. Also, a user can create the real-time and pre-generated reports type of widget. And also, a user can create a new ad hoc smart report from the widget designer page only. So if a user want to design a new report on the fly and do not want to use the existing report as a part of the widget, so that facility is also available, that you can design a report on runtime while designing the widget. Also, we can create the web link type of widget also from the widget designer page. So under the widget designer, there is an option to edit the smart report or the report which a user has selected under the widget, or we can also create the new report as well from here. So a user can create a smart report, click on this, select the query object and design the report on the fly. Because sometimes the report is not there and we are directly designing the widget. So we can design the widget report from the widget designer page itself and use it in a widget on the fly. Also under the contents, we have two options. One is report and the web link. So under web link, we can give the URL and then we can use this widget as a web URL widget, just like we did on the dashboard directly as well. So if a user want to define or create the predefined widget, so that all the operation the user can perform. Now there are multiple properties available for the designer on the dashboard, that a designer can maximize the widget or minimize the widget according to the layout of the reports they want to get displayed. Also, they can unpin or pin the header or widget titles, because we already, in some cases, user already have the report titles and they don't want to get display widget titles on the dashboards. So they can pin unpin that as well. Also, a user can use the parameterized report in the dashboard, and that will allow to users to drill down towards the multiple reports and also use the parameters to see the change visualization. And the multiple parameters coming from the different reports can be prompted on the dashboard. And whenever a user changes the values of that parameters on the dashboard, so dashboards will display the data according to the updated value selected by the user. And also we can set the position of parameters on the dashboard in the different panes, that is on the top of the dashboard, left side of the dashboard, or the right side of the dashboard. The parameter can be visualized. So if we go to this again, dashboard designer, We take Report Smart 2. So I have created a widget here. So this smart report contains the parameter, and whenever I click on this select parameter option, so the parameter associated with this smart report will automatically get start displayed here. So in this case, we have only one parameter, but if a user have multiple parameters assigned to this report, or we have multiple reports which have different parameters, so all the parameters will display here along with their widget name. And if I want to prompt this parameter on the dashboard, we just need to check this checkbox and click on the apply. So this parameter will automatically get prompted on the dashboard. And we can change the view position of this parameters on the dashboard. We can pin it to top, we can pin it to left, or we can pin it to right. As well as we can change the view type as well. A user can view it in a drop-down form or expanded drop-down view or list view. So we are giving the user to change the views of the parameters also on the dashboard with this feature. Now if I select this as expanded drop-down view and I select multiple values, so it automatically my reports get loaded, and now I am able to see the data of two channels. And if I will select these three values, so my report will automatically get reloaded, and I will see three values. So in this way, we can use the existing report parameters on the dashboard to filter my dashboard according to business use cases. Because might be a user design a report in which they are using a channel as a parameter, and they are doing the analytics by selecting all the channels. But while designing a dashboard, we are designing it only for the telephone department. So we can select the channel as telephone only and save this dashboard so that the end user can see the value of that particular channel only on the dashboard. And if a particular user want to run the report and see the value of different channels, so that can be possible by running the report. Now, as soon as we design a dashboard and save it in the Intellicus, it automatically saved into the user preferences. So whenever I load or reload the URL, instead of home page, that dashboard start getting displayed. So by default, whenever we design or an end user or administrator will design a dashboard, a designer user will design a dashboard and save it, it automatically saved under the user preferences. And if the administrator wants to remove it from the preferences, they need to traverse to the preferences page. Under preferences, we have an option of dashboard preferences. And whenever we click on this option, the dashboard which trained, I have created the dashboard train, is it get automatically saved to my preferences. So we can remove it from here. Or if we want to get it displayed on my Intellicus portal instead of my homepage, so the user cannot or need not to remove it. Now we can remove this and save it, and then we will reload it, so it will not get displayed in the preferences, instead of which the home page will start getting displayed. And whenever a user want to access this dashboard for viewing purpose, so the same way we are accessing the reports or query objects from Explorer, a user can view the dashboard as well. So this is the view mode of the dashboard. You can see in the view mode, we will get the info as well. So if we set a particular information about the dashboard, description, name, which type of report I am using on this dashboard, that is real-time report content it is, what are the default settings of this dashboard, that we can also see. And there is an option to edit or design this dashboard. But this option is available only for the designer and administrator who they are only able to edit the dashboard. The end user will not be able to edit the dashboards. So we can change its view from view mode to edit mode by using this button. And then we can add the elements, or we can drag and drop the design dashboard widgets directly, or we can drag and drop the reports which will automatically create the auto widget, or we can design or add the placeholders according to the requirement. We can check the or set the parameter pane or the views. Then we have a settings of dashboard as well. So if we want some description to get display on my dashboard under info, so that we can set. Then there is an option of theme as well. So we can design these themes, this HTML contents by designer and use them in the current dashboards as well. Or there are these sample themes which Intellicus standard product consist can also be used. So if I apply this dark theme, so my all the report will get converted into this theme. So you can see the background color get applied automatically. And if I will uncheck this option, my theme will not get applied. So in this way, we can apply the themes on the dashboards as well. Now, we also have some post-view operations on these dashboards. A user can directly add this dashboard to my preferences using this option. Also, we can cut, copy, and delete dashboard into the different categories. If a particular description is set on the dashboard, which is giving a useful information for the end user, so or the designer, so we can view the description as well. And we can add a dashboard to the favorites, just like we can add any other entity in Intellicus. So this is the same screenshot of parameters from where a user can choose the parameter to get prompted on the dashboard. Also, there is an option to pin the parameters to the top or right or left. Then we can convert the parameters in the drop-down view, list view, or the expanded drop-down view. Now we can look and feel and view some dashboards which is already created. So this particular dashboard is consist of the slideshow placeholder, and we can also control the start and stop of that slideshow placeholder as well. If a user do not want to automatically get its, so we can control it using this pause and play button as well, and change the view according to our requirement manually as well. So this is a dashboard which consists of slideshow placeholder. Now we can view a dashboard in which we have multiple sales review. So we can see top 5 products, top 5 sales representative, top 5 customer, and top 5 product line, and also one widget which have the parameter. Definitely. So you can see we will able to see the value of the top 5 products here. Now we have value of the top 5 customers. And this is top 5 product line, and this is top 5 sales representative. Now, if a designer or administrator wants to bundle these dashboards in iPackager, so we so that we can move these dashboards from one particular Intellicus to another particular Intellicus server, we can go to the iPackager. Then we need to select the particular dashboards. Under the repository section, we can select the particular dashboards from here. Also, we can bundle the dashboard widgets as well, because the dashboard is created using the widgets only. So we can bundle the widgets as well. And if we will check this include dependencies checkbox, so all the query object parameter objects included in this widgets reports underline will also get bundled in our iPackage. So we can build the cap. So it will take the dashboards which is required. It will take the dashboard which is required, then query objects, then parameter objects, reports, and widgets as well. So in this way, we can bundle the dashboards in Intellicus. Now moving further with the second agenda of today's meeting, that is file upload utility. Intellicus provides an option to browse and upload a file, validate, initiate data flow processing, and loading of data to ingest data into tables, queries, cubes, and reports. This file upload utility can be governed or used by the super administrator and data administrator only in Intellicus to load the data incrementally into the tables regularly. On successful loading of this data, we can analyze the data by creating various types of reports and charts, and it empowers the end user to accelerate the data-driven analytics and decision making. So, as all the participants already have the information that a user can load a data through query object into the particular database, and if data is coming on the regular intervals of time, which is loading into the different databases through Intellicus query object, and then the data which is loading into the different tables is using for designing the multiple reports as well. So this file upload utility will help in that particular use case to load the data in the regular intervals of time, and then the loaded data can be used into that Intellicus reports in a single flow. For configuration of file upload utility, the administrator need to travels to Jakarta WebApps Intellicus client config folder. There will be a folder named with the organization under which file upload template.json file is placed. With the sample setup or with the initial setup, we ship a sample file upload template.json. Then the data administrator need to design that template according to their query objects or the report they want to execute. We will see the structure of this JSON in detail. Also, there is a configuration that we need to do under configuration.properties file, which is placed under the same location. So under Intellicus, user need to go to Jakarta WebApps Intellicus client config, then Intellica. This is a file upload template which comes by default into the product, which under which user need to mention all the required details of query reports along with the name of the template. So this is a JSON file. So here we need to name the template which the data administrator need to design. Then the description that what this template is going to perform, which entity type we are using in this particular template, that is report or query object, then ID of that particular report or query object, then the connection name the particular query object will use or that report will use, then the validation criteria as well, because we are uploading a CSV which will automatically load the data on the design query object we will mention here. And once I will load that query object through file upload utility, so my data will get pushed into the required configured database, and then I can use that data into the reports using Intellicus. So while uploading the file which I want or which end user want to load into the database, we can also provide different validation criteria, that how many number of columns a file should contain, any particular size constraint, any subset column is there, any extension we need to restrict, that the particular template can be used for uploading the CSV file only, not for PDF and Excel. So this kind of configuration a user can perform. Now, I have already configured a file template, which we can. It's taking time to load. No worries, we can open from the different folder. No? Okay, so this is the template which we have configured. So we have named a template as PDF validation, given us some description for it, then the entity type, ID of the entity, what will happen on successful loading of the query object, which connection this query object is using, connection location, then any parameter if it is falling. Then we have created the multiple templates in this file upload template JSON. So this is the first one. Then we have this template 3, then this pan India route map template. So there are multiple template are configured and the different descriptions are given. Also some fixed validations also we have applied. Also allowed extensions also. So this particular template will allow XLS B kind of file only to upload on the portal. Then we have multiple allowed extension as well, that here I have allowed the extension CSV only, the number of columns. So a user can configure according to the CSV file they want to upload on the Intellicus using this configuration. And once this file template JSON gets created, we need to place it under webs Intellicus client config Intellica folder. And under this config only, we have a configuration property file where we need to give the second property, that is the path of report engine that we have mentioned here. That is configured the report engine path in configuration.property file. So that we need to mention is this configuration file property. And once we configured this data file upload utility, this templates will get displayed in Intellicus in the particular form as displayed on the image. So whenever for opening the data file upload utility from the portal, the user need to navigate to design. Then we have option of data file upload. Then click on this data file upload. So as soon as I click on this data file upload, all the template which user has configured will start getting displayed under this template section. Now, for example, we are selecting a template APR break. Now, if I want to upload a data file here, we need to click on the browse. And you can see it is also showing the description which we have mentioned under the template, that for what this file upload utility is designed, and also the accepted file format which we have given, that is CSV, XLS only. For example, if we have mentioned file format as CSV, so it will get display CSV only. I'm selecting this file to upload APR break. So this is a CSV file, and I'm clicking it on it, and it is already there. So it is asking me to overwrite it or upload with the new name. So I'm clicking on overwriting it. So you can see that my file is uploaded successfully under the Intellicus data file source folder. Now, in this particular template, I have given the report which is named as which is designed using this particular query object. So in this particular query object, I have taken a parameter which is in which I have given the name of the file which I am loading as a placeholder. Then we have applied a formula field where we can add the column or do some calculations. Then we are loading this particular data into a MS SQL database, and the name of the table is this target table name. And then we are using the output of this table in which the user has loaded the data as an end result for the report, because I have applied one more data source here and then the format step. So as soon as I have uploaded a CSV which will pass all the validations which I have applied on the template, and click on the load now button. So automatically in the background, the query get executed, and a prompt, as I have used a parameter also in this report. So the prompt with the name of the CSV which I am uploading will get displayed. I click on the run button, and then my report will get executed. I have not selected the, yes, my report will get executed and I will get the updated data in my report. So this file upload or data file upload utility is providing a solution to use the multiple steps of Intellicus in a single flow. If we are not using this file upload utility, so every time user needs to create two separate query object, one through which we are loading the data into the table, and then we are the second query object in which we are using the loaded table as a report output. Then we will design the report, and report will give the output. So whenever I need to see the updated data into the report, the user need to perform 2 to 3 multiple operations. One, that they need to run the query object to load the updated data into the database. Then we need to run the report to visualize the updated data into the report. But using data file upload utility, the user just need to select the updated data that we know that user want to load into the table, and click on the load now button. So automatically all the query object or the underlying operation will be performed, and the end user or the designer will able to see the updated data into the report. And if after uploading multiple files, because data is coming on the regular intervals in a week or in a month or in a 15 days, so we can also delete these files. We have an option to delete these uploaded files as well, because we are uploading these files into the Intellicus folder. So for the disk constraint, the user can also delete the files as well. Also, we will able to see the size of the file as well, its time on which it is uploaded on, and the user who has performed the operation. Now we will move for and try to upload one another template in which we will upload or run or execute only the query object. So I will upload the data. So I'm selecting a CSV in which we have 5 rows. I'm uploading it on the, so it is already there. So it is asking me for overwrite or upload with the new name. So I'm overwriting it. So my latest data is uploaded here. Now in this particular template, we are giving the ID of a particular query object to get executed. So the same way we have designed a query object in which we are given a parameter object which will include the name of the CSV. Then we are performing some formula field operation. Then we are loading this CSV into the particular table of the MS SQL database. And then we can use this particular query object only for designing a report. So as soon as I will load this CSV and the user will click on the load now button. So we will get the parameter named as query parameter here and we will run this. So this query object execution page. So whenever a user runs a query object while loading a database or after you performing the load step, the same summary page will start getting displayed here. And we can see the 5 rows are processed in this. And now whenever a user will create a smart report or ad hoc report using this particular query object, CSA clock. So we can see that only that 5 reports or the only that 5 records will get start displayed here. If I increase the number of records in my CSV, so automatically the data will get updated into the reports. And the same way we can also delete the CSVs from here as well. So if we are loading the multiple query objects and a user want to delete the CSVs which we are loading, so we can delete that as well. So under the configuration file where the user need to give the report engine path. So if you are using the Windows setup and if your file separator is this forward slash. So we need to replace it with this double slash stress. So, and if we are using the Linux, then you can use only this slash. So that is the thing that we need to keep in mind while configuring the file upload utility. And if a user will not give this report engine path and we try to upload the file, so we'll not able to upload it because the all the CSVs that a user is uploading all are getting stored into the report engine. So in this way, we need to configure the report engine path. Now, let me edit this Excel file and increase the number of rows and then upload it and load it. And then we can see the operation or the output on the report. So let me copy paste this data and save the file. Again, I will select the template which I have created. Now, as my data get updated in some time, and previously it have only 5 records, but now I have extrapolated the data and open it. Then we can upload it. Click on the overwrite. My file get uploaded successfully. Now we will click on the load now button. Click on the run. So it will take some time to load. We can see now 20 rows get processed. So previously only 5 rows get processed, but now 20 rows get processed. Now when I go to the smart report, again, and select the query object. That is APR break, I guess. This one, this one. No, no, no. So previously, we are able to see only 5 records, but now we will able to see 20 records. I think I've selected different USTG APR sunset lock. USTG APR sunset lock. Maybe the filter is applied, I guess. So I think we can change the filter. Yes, because it's taking the old CSV only. So, but my records get processed and loaded into the database. So we can validate it at the pre-object level. So that's all from my side. So we have completed the session ahead of 15 minutes before question and answer. So I think we can move for the question and answer session. Thank you for joining the session and being the patient listener. So we can close the session. Thank you all.